What up, it's your boy Darth back at it again with another video. Today we're here with Chainsaw Man episode 7. Last episode we ran into the, last episode ended off on a cliffhanger with us running into the Eternity Devil? I was about to call him the Infinity Devil. The Eternity Devil, and Denji like kind of just facing it head on because in situations like this, the best thing that you can do is just say fuck it, it's a Dormammu situation, I'm just gonna run at it, and that's exactly what Denji has done. It's was more it was a test of trust in a lot of ways, or in faith in their team in a lot of ways, because one of the deals was that if the devil, or if they killed Denji, then the devil would like let everybody go, but Denji kind of took it up into his own hands, which is probably, like I said, the best course of action that you could take. And now I mean, I have faith in my dog. I feel like he will get out of this like in one piece, but I it could get a little dicey, and hopefully everybody else makes it out in one piece as well. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. You're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Chainsaw Man or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's gonna be in the description below. And if you want these episodes not early, because we watch this week to week, but if you want the full-length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's gonna be in the description below. We also have Discord if you want to join that. So with all that being said, let me get let's get our headphones, make sure they're on. Them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Bro, my dog ain't dead. You know he about to get active with that thing. Yep, should have known that. He's getting active with that thing. Pussy. God, this is terrifying though. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus Christ. All better. Oh my God. Like, he's just going for it. Bro, he is out of his fucking mind. Somebody's ill. Oh fuck. Yeah, I forgot about that. If he loses money, if he loses blood too quickly, his shit retracts. Oh my God. Fuck. Just drink the blood. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Now listen, it's still a good idea, right? Like things seem grim, but in all reality, this is the best way to handle this situation, specifically this demon. Like we already talked about in the last discussion, but like it's an eternity demon. And Denji is insane, so really all he has to do is just keep attacking the eternity demon until he gives up, really. Because since the demon, I call it a demon, but since the devil basically has infinity on his side and not much attack power, you can just attack it and basically torture it until it's like, yo, I've had enough. As we talked about, it's a Dormammu situation. It's pretty easy to handle. It's just a battle of attrition and endurance. So we'll see how it works out. Oh yeah, fuck, I keep forgetting about that. He needs more. Just drink the blood from the ground, my nigga. Or yeah, that too. Fuck. This demon is an endless supply of blood. So oh my God, next is sweet, like, oh my God. That's like her. Oh, this is all of her. God damn. Yeah, this is all of them. That's tough. They are all good straight laced people, and that's why they got dirted. Gotta be crazy, like Dingy. Mm, that's also fair. He's trying to kill something like that. That's not good. Not good enough, yeah. Yeah, he's going to actually find it. Oh, she's losing it. She's losing it. Oh man. Yeah, you're not gonna stop him from actually go. Yep, you're not gonna stop him from actually going and chasing the gun devil. Yeah, but he, but he has an absolute insane clown posse of a partner with him. Yeah, but this guy is a fucking demon. Oh my god. Oh, it's a ghost. Oh! Damn, she said you gotta live. You the only thing. Eureka, dude. God. I'm a fucking perpetual motion machine. Yep. Yep. That Nobel Prize is mine. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, he's done for. The Eternity Devil is he's so fucked. Nigga's been down there just swinging for the fences for 3 days. That's insane. Oh, he is. I apologize. It hurts. Oh my god, he's giving up. Still having fun. It was like being in a pool. The sky is clear, and I'm feeling good. Oh, yeah, he's out of there. Full division is finally assembled. Yeah. Oh, okay, so like a schmoozing event. Get to know everybody and stuff. Social activity for the work group, for the company. Good. You tried to kill him too. Oh my god. Yes, apparently. That's a good question. That's a really good question. Yeah, that's like the biggest mystery. Yeah, we know she finds him interesting, but like, for what? Oh, the little beret. Kobe? That's my dog, Kobe. I'm calling her Kobe from now on. Hands off, scoundrel! Jesus fucking Christ. Too scary for a place like this. What kind of friend you got? Oh my god, yes. I totally forgot about that. And song. Ew. That's like a really bad way to define, or like that's gross. That sounds really gross. If I remember right. Jesus, Dingy, your life sucks. Oh, you too? Oh, okay. Oh, she's got that fucking slut? She's down bad. Fair. Nice. Oh, damn. They will be missed. Jesus Christ. Well, I give you that. This is us. Oh my god. Damn. Okay. Oh. I Poor Dingy, bro. Yeah. Yeah. We win. Right, just straight up ask. Relinquish that. Something tells me that she can hold her liquor. Jesus Christ. Oh, she's out of there. Oh my god, he's out of there. Jesus Christ, Makima. Feed my advanced IQ. And then it was 220. Damn, okay. If I recall, mine's is 500. Perhaps 1,000. Is this... We win, bro. This... my dog, Dingy, is winning. A kiss is a foot. Let's go. What? Oh my god! What? Ew, what the fuck? Yeah. Think about it. Damn. Think of, oh my god. Has he digressed? Has he digressed? Oh, poor guy. Oh, Dingy. Dude. Oh, dude. Have we digressed? Oh, okay. Wait. Hello? Where are we? Oh, God. Where the fuck are we? Oh my god. Dingy? Get out of this situation, Dingy! Better than that bitch. Jesus. Dingy, get out of this situation, bro. Get out of this situation. Oh no. Oh no, he got him. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, what is this, retro as fuck? Oh, this is fucking amazing. This is great. A CRT. Oh, this is amazing. Hang on, this Edie is amazing. Hang on, let me enjoy this. Oh, this is so fucking cool. Hey. Oh, bro, this art style is this is so nostalgic. I love this. Nah, this is actually amazing. This is so creative. Yeah, this is in the songs really good. Hey, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. Nah, this is it's a pop too. Nah, that may have been like one of my favorite. That may damn it, cause that last one was really fucking good. But that oh my god, yo, that ED was fucking fire. That ED was fire. What the fuck? Nah, that ED was actually fire. That's insane. That shit was so fucking heat. Holy fuck. Okay. All right. Let me come back to the actual show because that ED was actually in. I was entranced by that. Okay, we have a decent amount to talk about. Of course, there as most discussions go, there's one thing in particular that I want to talk about over all things, but we will talk about everything, or at least try to. First off, I love that the way that they handled the Eternity Devil. It made the most sense. That was the best way to handle it. Of course, with like a devil like that, that's a concept. Of course, you have to kind of use that concept against itself, which is a good one. For one, it's a good way to show how you would handle a devil like that. But two, it also showed us just how crazy Denji is. And I think that's one of the more important things about his character is just how crazy he is. He does have a couple screws loose. It's not that Denji just had a bad life and that's it. Like a lot of you see a lot of shows and stuff where like the main character will have a bad life and but they're a good person, you know what I'm saying? Like they're a decent person, but they just, you know, they got dealt bad hands. Denji is a little different in the way that he had a bad life, and it's not like he's a horrible person, but he ain't the best. Like he's not on the best standing mentally, right? And I think this show has like a very somber and subtle tone, like undertone of like trauma and in a lot of ways mental health, where like people's mental health and like it's not like something where it's like in your face like a lot of shows where like they're like, yeah bro, you know, and they're really like trying to deal with this specific clinically diagnosed disorder that they have, right? No, it's very subdued and subtle, right? Where you can tell that Denji is dealing with something, like seriously dealing with something, whether it be a plot point within the show that's like actually a physical, like this is the reason why he's doing this, like, oh, my mom was a devil and that's what, either it's, you know, it could be that, or it's just the show being very respectful in the whole thing of like how fucked some of these characters are, because it's, as you can see, it's not like it's outwardly said like, oh, or the show like puts it on the nose that Denji has a couple screws loose. They just show you that he has screws loose, and other characters notice, like also subtly notice that, oh, he ain't right. Like something about that baby ain't right. So it's very, one, it's very fun to watch, but also it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very, I'll just say it's fun to watch. That's what I'll say. Gratifying. I'll say that. It's very gratifying to watch his his like Denji being so screwed up in the head, being like kind of portrayed like this. So it the whole thing with Himeno saying talking with her master and saying like, yo, some people die, or like a lot of devil hunters die because they're straight laced. Like we're talking about like incarnate, like what we should know as incarnates of evil. These devils do not adhere, like these devils won't be defeated by the straight laced white knight as you would usually see in a lot of shows. These devils need something to be crazier than them in order to be defeated. Yes, you can get pretty far, you know, being straight laced and all that other stuff, but eventually, as we see in I call her Himeno's backstory, that type of person doesn't live very long, and eventually the devils overtake them. They eventually die. So seeing a character like Denji, where yes, he does have a couple screws loose, yes, he doesn't exactly seem like the best person, but he is a person and maybe not the most all mentally all there person, but he is effectively the best candidate to kill devils. Not because he's like super strong, but because he is super fucked up. And you know, like I said, we see it a lot, especially in this fight. So seeing the Eternity Devil being reduced to committing suicide because somebody crazier than him like just decide to impose that craziness upon the devil, it's satisfying, but it also sets up what we should expect for this show, is that you're gonna need a couple screws loose, and I think that's gonna keep on coming up, is that yes, you're going to need a couple screws loose. Fuck being strong, you know what I'm saying, and that matches so well with the kind of show that we're watching. But you know, fuck being strong, throw out the whole being just, throw out being valiant, throw out chivalry, throw out speed, agility, strength, defense, all of that. Throw all of that out. We're not worried about that. What you need to be worried about is what your mental health looking like. And is that a good thing? Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I think this show is kind of putting that up in the air, right? It's gotten him through this situation, but as we're about to talk about later in this discussion, it may not bring him the happiness that he thought. This episode was pretty damn good, especially in the beginning, using I forget which ED that was. I think it was, I want to say it was the fourth ED. Using the fourth ED as a background to the fight. When you potentially 12 EDs, and you might want to reuse some of them, right? Like, especially one like that ED was really fucking good, and it just so happens that ED works really well for like background or battle music. So using that ED was a really good choice for just the absolute mayhem that was Denji turning himself into a perpetual motion machine and losing his mind on the Eternity Devil for 3 whole days. Like that, you have to be a different kind of fucked up to fight. And it wasn't really a fight. Denji was just torturing him for 3 whole days. Let's put it into context. What Denji did for 3 days was torture this demon with a chainsaw and drank his blood every time he felt like he was losing energy. Imagine somebody torturing you for 3 days, and whenever they got tired, they would drink your blood in order to regain strength, and then would start torturing you again so you could bleed more, and then they could drink your blood again for 70. Was that 72 hours? Is that 3 days? My math sucks. Yeah, 72. For 72 hours, that person tortured you with chainsaws and drank your blood. It is not surprising that that the devil eventually just gave up and said, bro, I am in pain. I have continued to be in pain. I'm going to continue being in pain if I keep going. So just go ahead and kill me. As I said in the last discussion or the last episode, whenever I said one of the worst things that that the Eternity Devil revealed about itself is that it felt pain. So during the first attack, when it was like ow, I was like, oh, now why would you say that? Because now they know, or at least now Denji knows. So really good way that they set up this for the first like part of this episode, just by kind of hyping up Denji and also showing us, or at least reaffirming to us, where his mental state is. And when he's in like devil form, it's just like put on full display. This is what he is, and this is what he's feeling. This is how he is doing mentally, and he's not doing very well. So let me skip on forward. With on top of that, with the whole talk with Himeno's master, I guess, and her talking about Aki, and kind of freaking out about actually the idea of losing Aki, because as she sees him, Aki's like cool, calm, collected, just cool-headed type of individual, and unfortunately he's going after the gun devil. And as strong as the gun devil is, and as dead set on his mission Aki is, and how cool, calm, and collected he is, and just straight laced, he is going to eventually find that devil. Now, with all those attributes, and if history serves her right, Aki would die in that fight with the gun devil, and Himeno is kind of over the whole losing a partner thing. Now that fortunately is where Denji comes in, where him having that screw loose, him not being very kilter, him being a little off kilter, he might just be the one to prevent Aki from dying. So the scene with her using the ghost hand to rev Denji back up, saying like, hey, I'm hoping that you are the one to save me from losing another partner, to save me from losing Aki. It was a really cool scene because it just looked cool, but it also meant a lot for that subtle relationship between Denji and Himeno. Now, we got to get more into that relationship, because we really got to talk about this might not be good. This actually isn't good as far as I'm concerned. But it's a good way to kind of like reaffirm the wants and needs between those two characters. So that was really cool. I really appreciated that. They killed the eternity demon, all that other stuff, and decided to do like a whole like schmoozing event where that whole company thing where y'all go. I mean, like I'm sure that a lot of us have done it, the company thing where y'all go out for drinks and like get to know each other and stuff, and which is good because we get to see a good amount of the characters that we may be seeing, just not maybe not on regular, but we got to meet a good amount of the character, a good amount of other characters. I think there's definitely more because in the OP there's like I think that's like the main cast in the movie theater, which we haven't seen too many of them, but this is a good way for us to actually air out some of the information that we need to know about certain characters, like, hey, this is my name, this is how old I am, this is the contract that I have, blah blah. But also having just a bit of downtime, because we kind of needed that for this show. This show kind of hit the ground running in a lot of ways, and yeah, we've had like certain moments of reprieve. It wasn't much. There wasn't much. There was a lot of moments. There's like very short bursts of rest, and then it was right back into the craziness, whether it was a fight or just somebody being crazy. So that was really cool. But the kiss. Oh god. And talking about this kiss, I guess this is where we should like shift over into like the meat and potatoes of the discussion. So right before the kiss, you have Makima, who is effectively Denji's owner. But with so many like, I don't want to say owners for Denji, like so many people over Denji and watching Denji as like a little pet. There was a moment in this show, I don't remember what episode, but where I kind of silently took note that Denji has a lot of owners, and not to the point of like, oh, Makima is up here, and then Makima also like, this is one of Makima's dogs, and this is one of Makima's dogs, this is one of Makima's dogs, and it could seem like that for Makima, but like as the viewer, I looked at it and I was like, Denji has like a lot of people that are like tugging at his leash, and it's almost like he's downgrading from dog to something a little lower. And with Makima showing up and Himeno being like, yo, are we doing this or what? And Denji not wanting to do it because Makima's there, it kind of reminded me of, as even though it wasn't aggressive, and it wasn't even really passive aggressive either, but it was more just like passive in the way of Denji, it reminded me of people like two people pulling on a dog's leash and trying to get the dog to come to them. It was, in a lot of ways, it was very dehumanizing, and I mean, like, let's be real, the entirety of this show has been the dehumanized Denji show. Like that's what the show is. At least for these first 7 episodes, that's what this show has been, is the dehumanized Denji show. So I'm not surprised. It's just that the situation that Denji got put in really made me feel bad for him. And then even when he got his reward, which we talked about before, even when he got his reward, which was the kiss, it turned out horrible. I mean, that is the worst first kiss that anybody could have. I like that's got to be up there for like one of the worst ways that you could have your first kiss. That girl puked in his mouth profusely, and he ate it. Oh my god! Like it just shattered it. What I'm trying to get at is that it completely shattered that reward for him, right? It's a silly reward, right? Like I'm sure that there's a lot of people that watch this, or that could watch this and say that's a really stupid reward. He gets to kiss some girl, you know, whatever. I get pussy all the time. No, you don't. But that's neither here nor there. It's a very simple and silly reward, but that I would assume Denji was really hype about that, and for it to be just violated, for it to be so violated, I can't help but feel bad about Denji. Now, the important part about this situation is that afterwards, when he's kind of like in the bathroom with Arai and puking and just absolutely just down, just I mean he's in a not so great place, and he remembers being a kid and basically dumpster diving for food, and that's pretty low, right? When you see in this flashback, he's dumpster diver for food, and that's pretty low. Like that, you don't get much lower than that until he looks over to some rats who are like eating some random drunk guy's vomit, and he looks at that, he goes, I'm just glad that I'm not that down bad. Like I'm glad that my life isn't that bad. Like look at what mammal would do that? Like sick. Like it's just horrible. Who could stoop so low? I may be like just a poor orphaned human, but dear God, at least I'm not eating vomit like a rat, you know? And it almost makes me feel like that was when Denji was actually maybe not the happiest, but that was the greatest quality of life that Denji was living. Even with the nice warm bed, the nice apartment, the interesting roommates, the getting to touch titties and the good food and stuff, it almost makes me feel like that was the best point of Denji's life. Because look at it this way. In that moment, Denji was just an orphaned human. Of course, there was he had like the black market breathing down his neck saying, hey man, you owe all this money because you're dad, so I need that money back. But I'm going to assume that he wasn't deep in the game right there, right? So right there, he was just an orphaned human. That's all he was. And once he got in with like the Yakuza and the black market, he became a dog. Like he became a dog for them, and he was dehumanized. But it was only downhill from there, because all he did after becoming a demon and dying, becoming a demon, and then meeting Makima, all he did was switch owners. But from that point on, his dehumanization rapidly increased. Like this life almost seems gilded in a lot of ways, because as much fun as Denji is having, and as many at least acquaintances that he's making, it almost seems like Denji has become more and more subhuman as the episodes go by, and now he's at this low point of basically being that rat and eating some drunkard's vomit. He is at that low point of being that rat, so now I can't help but feel bad for him. And it seems like for a lot of this show, at least in this first couple 7 episodes, people aren't really considering Denji. People are only there's, as funny as it looks in the show, and as you know, oh my god, he gets to touch titties, which is all great. Oh my god, he had to grip on Makima's titties. That's great. But it only happened because Makima needed him to do something for him, or for her. You know, the only reason that he has this warm bed, or you know, the good food or anything, is because he's a dog for public safety. The only reason that Himino was going to kiss him is because he jumped into the mouth of a devil, because the devil said, give me Denji and I let you go. And Denji just so happened to be crazy enough to get himself out of that situation. Nobody has really considered Denji. Nobody has really looked out for Denji. Nobody seems to really care about Denji. And my thing is for this show, and this is a great way to like subtly build, not even build up. It's like a reverse. See, that's really interesting actually. Now I think about it. Usually you want to subtly build up your character, but in this show it does the reverse and subtly degrades the main character. That's now that I'm thinking about it, that's really interesting. That's actually really interesting. Like that might be the first time I've ever seen that. That's actually genius. Holy shit, that's actually fucking genius. Wow. All right, let me not get off track. But yes, it seems like he is slowly being dehumanized and degraded to the point that he is at the same level as those rats that he saw when he was a kid. And now he's in a situation where he's still being manipulated in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, this is the worst thing for him. Like, yeah, you know, Denji's whole thing was like, you know, he wants a girlfriend, and he, you know, but think about the first thing that we, like, one of the first dreams that we heard Denji say. He was like, yeah, I had a dream. I was like playing video games with a girl, and then we fell asleep hugging or embracing each other and stuff like that. Denji never really said like, yeah, I'm trying to hit. Like, of course he implied that a lot, you know, and of course he wants to, but Denji just wants a wholesome life. As crazy as he seems and as down bad as he seems, Denji just wants a wholesome life, a normal one. And unfortunately, it seems like everybody in his life so far, even Aki, because as much as we would like Aki and Denji to be friends, Aki is just keeping him around because he's crazy enough to kill the gun devil. Therefore, Aki sees him as a comrade because of that. They're not friends. Even the closest thing that he may have to a friend is probably Power. And even with Power, they became friends because Power betrayed him and took advantage of his trust, sacrificed him to the Bat Devil, and Denji was just crazy enough to get out of it. Everything that Denji has done has been transactional. When he got to touch Power's titties, transactional, and even then it was fake for like one or two of the three squeezes that he got. Everything's been transactional for Denji. It doesn't seem like there's a lot. It's crazy. This is actually crazy. This is now I'm thinking about it, the concept of degrading your character is actually fucking genius. Now I'm really thinking about it. Everybody has never had their like Denji's feelings in mind. And I'm not saying that like, oh, everybody has to be buddy friends with Denji, because they don't. Like that's not something that they have to do. But it's just interesting that there's been this theme of people just using Denji, and not really using Denji, but just using him for his chainsaw. Even when he was human, they only used him because he had the chainsaw, dog. He had Pochita, and that's the only thing that Denji himself has never been assigned value as a human. And that's the worst part about it. That's the worst part about it. So now that he's in this situation where cannot call her Himiko, Himeno is drunk, and Denji, while he wasn't drunk, Himeno basically came over and spit a different type of toxin than just her vomit down his throat, and now has made him a little inebriated. He's being taken advantage of again. Yes, this is technically one of the things on Denji's bucket list, but not like this. Not like this. You know, this is not, well, first of all, he's about to get assaulted. Let's put that on. This ain't like nothing. This ain't nothing good. I don't care how down bad for Himeno you are. Like, hell, even I'll admit that's a bad bitch. But this ain't how you want to do it. This is assault. But point being is that now he's still being taken advantage of, and it still wasn't because he's Denji. It's because he's the Chainsaw Devil. I don't know how much I like that. And on top of that, we just had, well, not just, but we had a conversation with Makima a while ago, like an episode or two ago, about how things like this are way better when you get to know the person, and there's a sense of intimacy with it, where when you get to know the person, you get to know their body, you know, their body temperature, things like that, how long your finger, you remember the scene. When you get to know things like that, then, you know, sex and stuff like that is way better. But in this situation, there is no intimacy. There is no like love, intimacy, care, or anything like that. Himeno is just drunk and is taking advantage of Denji for a multitude of reasons. If this were to actually go down, this would only serve to further degrade Denji. As a story point, sounds incredible. It's as fucked up as that sounds. As a story point, it could be incredible, because it's going to further drag Denji into the mud and dehumanize him, thus giving us like a better story, because Denji's just gonna lose his mind more. As well as, like, they don't really show you why, like, they don't show you Denji losing his mind, they just show you the product of him losing his mind. So for this if this actually happens, I doubt that we're going to see Denji be like, I can't believe that happened. You know, like, they could, and it would still be good, but I doubt that it's going to be super on the nose that, like, that happened and now Denji is really sad about it. It's going to be shown in the next fight that we get with the devil, where he loses his mind. Because Denji, in a lot of ways, even though it seems like he's been winning, he's just been losing over and over again. And he even says it to Rai. He's like, bro, my first kiss tastes like barf. Like, that's horrible. That's actually fucking horrible. So yeah, I genuinely feel like I feel bad for Denji. I think I've said that a lot in this discussion, but I genuinely feel bad for Denji, because this could be his breaking point. On the note of Makima and you know, what she said a couple a couple episodes ago or whatever, and them like kind of bringing up why Makima is so infatuated with the idea of Denji's chainsaw. Because I'm not gonna say Denji, because I feel like Makima only refers to Denji as Denji because that's how you manipulate him. Like, you can't refer to him as Chainsaw Man or Chainsaw Devil, because that's not going to get his attention. You have to call him Denji, and that's just a really good way to manipulate him. That's all that is. But her infatuation with Denji and his chainsaw is actually really weird. Now they brought it up, and I know this discussion has been long enough already, but I just want to touch on this a little bit. It is a little weird. We know that she is interested in him because of his potential, but the idea of Makima wanting to raise up Denji to become this like super chainsaw devil thing, like this superpower basically, and be in control of that superpower, spells out mutiny. At least for me, it spells out mutiny. And if not mutiny, it spells out at some point, because we know there are higher ups other than Makima, that we know there are people higher than Makima. At some point, Makima might become the target rather than Denji, because as of right now, at least, Denji is kind of out of the way. But as soon as Denji does become a superpower, or a well-known weapon, I feel like that's grounds to terminate Makima. For a lot of people, that's going to be like, yo, you have control over something that you don't need to. And no matter what, no matter the reason, we're not sure at the moment, and hopefully they do get into that, because that is really weird. Regardless of what that is, at the bottom of it just means that whatever Makima is planning is probably going to get her in a lot of trouble, and she doesn't really care. Whether that's like her being like, yo, I'm gonna stick it to the man or something like that, who knows. That could be a problem. That could be a huge problem. But this episode, as traumatizing as it was with the kiss, oh my! And she did say, she's like, "Yo, I'm gonna make it a juicy one." I know, bro. I'm not. You can't trust nobody that says that. I knew it. You can't trust nobody that says that. But as traumatizing as this episode was, this was a really good one, but also a really enlightening one. I think this one really I wouldn't say like put a bow on everything that I was wondering about Denji, and his standing on whether he is human or not, or whether he's being treated as a human or not. It could, how do I say this? It did a lot of good in the way of showing the audience what exactly the underlying story to this show is, which is we shouldn't really be worrying about Denji as a devil, because Denji as a devil is fine. He is good. Trust me, he's good. I don't even have like much worry for him when it comes to the chainsaw, or not chainsaw, the gun devil. But Denji as Denji as a person is what we really should be worried about. And I'm so sorry. Real quick, we might have to give the same respect to the gun devil. It may not be the gun devil that we need to worry about. It's whoever the gun devil is, because as far as we know, the gun devil is most likely the same as Denji. I'm not saying that the altercation ends in like a talk no jutsu kind of thing, which me personally, I don't really care whether it does or not. But it what we should be worried about when it comes to this show is the person that, as cheesy as it sounds, the person that is inside the devil, or rather than the devil that's inside the person. Hopefully, and I really hope that we do get to this point to where somebody can like kind of show and hopefully it's Power, right? Like I genuinely want Power and Denji to become actual friends, but like as we said in the discussion, that's not really something that is on the table at the moment. They are acquaintances and everybody else is as well, but I'm hoping for the best for Denji. I'll say that much. I'm hoping for the best when it comes to Denji. He really deserves better. He really deserves better, and I hope that he does get better. At the moment, I doubt that he will, but fingers crossed for my dog. Fingers crossed. But this was a really good episode. Really like that ED. That was a fan-fucking-tastic ED. Probably my favorite, but that last one was really fucking good. But I did say that the visuals on that last one was my favorite, and it was. But this one was, yeah, these EDs are really good. But yeah, all the stuff being said, that was all really good. I really enjoyed it. This show has been extremely entertaining, and I wish that I were binge watching this. But maybe watching this week to week actually does it more justice, and I think it does actually. We've learned that with JoJo. So with all that being said, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Chainsaw Man or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, you can, oh my god, not early, Jesus fucking Christ, we're watching this week to week. So if you want the full length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description below. And what else? Oh, we also have Discord if you want to join that and talk more Chainsaw Man or anything else that we are watching on the channel. So with all that being said, get my off button ready. There it is. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.